Hi, I'm Pastor Randall Neal at Zion Lutheran Church in Hopkins, Minnesota. Today is Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. And I want to talk to you a bit today about the favorite subject we here in Minnesota love to discuss: summer road construction. Yeah, I mean, everybody in Minnesota's favorite time, right? Not. I mean, road construction driving fun? I mean, do we ever get used to it? Now, Excelsior Boulevard by my home is under construction all summer, this summer, as the city is planning on putting in a new walking path. And that's good. I'm looking forward to it. But it definitely is not fun driving around right now because things are beginning to get torn up. Now, I can really get frustrated and aggravated and just ugly when it comes to road construction season. I'm guessing if you're like me, patience is one of those areas in which you are, to say it nicely, under construction. Yeah, we don't like to wait, do we? I don't. Our lives are busy. They're full, for the most part. And we hate delays. Many times the delay, however, is actually part of the plan to protect you from something that could hurt you if you stayed on schedule, on your schedule, that is. You see, my friend, God's protective delays at work in our word is something that we can learn from the Word of God, chapter out of the lives of God's ancient people. And this ancient folks and their waiting and patience story might shed some light on why God seems to be taking you the long way around right now, if in fact that's the case. The story I'm referring to is in Exodus chapter 13, specifically verses 17 and 18. And the Jewish folks, now having just been miraculously delivered from 400 years of slavery in Egypt, and they're ready to begin the interstate to the promised land, and they're all excited, ready to get going, become a new people in a new land. So they're ready. Well, here's what happened. Quote, "When Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them on the road through the Philistine country, though that was shorter. For God said if they face war, they might change their minds and return to Egypt. So God led the people around the desert road towards the Red Sea." You know the story, the Exodus, and then their 40-year journey in the wilderness, as it turns out. Well, God's people are purposefully slowed down by God. And then the longer road leads to what appears to be a disaster. They're trapped at the Red Sea with the Egyptian army bearing down on them. It doesn't look good. Now, it might be, my friends, that God is taking you the longer, slower way in your life right now. You were like those folks on the interstate that was suddenly closed, speeding full speed ahead on these stories we hear about repeatedly here in the United States, about the pileups that happen because tailgating and speeding and all the construction that goes on, and bam, things happen. Suddenly all you can see is the ocean of red brake lights in front of you. You're waiting, and you don't know why. Well, in life, not just interstate highway construction or Excelsior Boulevard for me, that waiting perhaps is because God knows what's up ahead of you, and you don't. And He's protecting you from a battle up there that you're not ready to fight, from danger that might hurt you, from a temptation or a test for which you're just not yet strong enough. Remember, He's promised not to let you face more than He knows you can bear. I love that, and I need that regularly, that reminder. Now, maybe you've prayed these words many times. "Lord, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil." Yeah, I know you have. It's the Lord's Prayer, right? And the reason you're waiting or taking what seems to be a detour is because your Father, my Father, who art in heaven, is answering that prayer that we just spoke. And if the delay and the detour bring you to a Red Sea, so to speak, not to worry. He's still leading you. Not into a mess, but into a miracle you'll never forget. So, learn to relax when God closes the road or suddenly slows you down. You see, it's all about His love for you. A love that knows what's best for you. A love that knows what's going to happen if you keep going the same direction at the same speed. So don't sit there pondering the steering wheel and fuming. You aren't late. In fact, you're right on time. God's time. And this isn't plan B. This is what God's plan A has been all the time. So, trust the one who plans the trip, who protects those who belong to Him. If you could see what's up ahead, you'd be so grateful that God has made you wait. Thanks for listening. Looking forward to our next visit.